Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Krista. I'm anointed with a message. I just wanted to encourage someone today based off of what I was shown in the spirit last night. And the message is this: you don't need to see the whole picture to move forward. You don't need to see the complete puzzle. You don't need to see your whole future in order to move forward. Those glimpses that the Lord gave you, that should be enough. If God went out of his way for you to show you those glimpses, if he went out of his way for you to give you those glimpses and those confirmations after confirmations on what the Lord's will is for your life, on what the Lord's plan was for your life, if he was that loving of a God to do that for you, then you can trust him. And I know that's true for me. Like, I never needed to see the whole picture. The Lord just gave me glimpses of my future. He just gave me glimpses, and that was enough for me. And when I decided to move forward in the Lord's plan, I had a lot of little things along the way that the Lord encouraged me with. He would show me things before they would happen, good and bad. But it was when the things that manifested that were good, when he answered my prayer along the way, there were so many times that he answered my prayers in favor and what I asked him. So I thought, well, if a God like that could go out of his way for me to answer my prayer, then I can trust him. Then I can trust him. I didn't need to see the whole picture, friend, to move forward. So take your uncertainty and those not knowing the future. Take those things that you feel, those uncertainties that you might be feeling right now, and lay them to rest. Lay them to rest, because where the Lord is taking you, where he takes you, it's going to be a place of fruitfulness. He says in his word that your latter days are going to be better than your former days. So I just wanted to encourage someone tonight that the things that the Lord has showed you regarding your future, if he has shown you those things, if he has shown you those glimpses of your future and what that might look like for you, if he's shown you a spouse, if he's shown you that and he's given you confirmation after confirmation, then friend, you can trust him. He's saying, just take my hand and move forward. Picture yourself for a moment. Picture yourself for a moment taking your Heavenly Father's hand, walking on the beach, just holding his hand. Okay? He's holding your hand right now, and he's saying, you can trust him. You can trust him that he's going to hold your hand every step of the way. He's not going to leave you. So you can trust him and know that he's got you, and that when you say yes to what the Lord is saying is for you, when you say yes and continue to move forward, he's going to be there for you. He's not going to leave you. I know that it's been true for me every step of the way, friend. He's encouraged me. He's strengthened me. And he has brought me to a much better place. A much better place where there's peace. And I have experienced a lot of favor along the way too. Because I'm the one who's been standing for the promise. And maybe you have received favor too. Maybe you've received favor and little blessings along the way to encourage you. I know that's what has happened to me. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. And that says that God's not leaving you. He's saying that you can trust him. So again, you don't have to see the whole picture in order to move forward. That's what faith is. Faith is trusting what the Lord showed you. And although this journey may be something that's completely new to you, I know it was me. I know it was new to me. I mean, it was new to me. I've never experienced standing for a promise from God before. I never experienced that at all. But I knew that with the glimpses that the Lord showed me along the way, and those glimpses came with multiple confirmations. He confirmed it over and over and over again to me. So if a God like that could be so loving to go out of his way for you and to give you those confirmations, that should be enough to say that you can trust him. That should be enough to say that you can grab his hand, that you can take his hand, and you can allow him to lead you. You can allow him to lead you to move you forward. So take that step of faith and move forward despite not knowing the whole picture. Because, friend, he's not going to lead you to a place that is going to bring destruction your way. That's not the God he is. He doesn't do that. A promise is a promise. So I pray that you feel encouraged by this message and that you can lay your uncertainties to rest. You can put them to rest. The enemy has been fighting for your yes. He's been fighting. He's been trying to take that yes from you. And he's the one who wants to make you feel anxious. He's the one who wants you to doubt. He's the one who wants you to fear and to not trust in the Lord. But I'm encouraging you to say that I'm encouraging you, and I'm just saying that you can trust him. Because I know that if God went out of his way for me to answer all these little prayers, all of these prayers that I've said, it wasn't by my might. That phone call that I had last night, if you saw my video last night with that testimony, with that person texting me, and she asked me, she was questioning if I had anything to do with that, with her future spouse reaching out to her. She questioned me. She's like, I was wondering if you had something to do with it. Yeah, the only thing I had anything to do with it was my prayer. That's all I did. I prayed and I had the faith to believe. And that was enough. I had that mustard seed of faith to know that God can do the impossible. And then he multiplied it. You know, he multiplies. That faith that you have. And then his hand moves. That's just what I've experienced. I'm not a perfect human being. I make mistakes. I think the wrong things. I don't always say everything right. But I've just experienced the love of God, and that He has helped me along the way. He's helped me along the journey, and He's never left me, and He's always encouraged me. So I want to just say it one more time, friend. You don't need to see the whole picture to move forward. You don't. God is just saying, trust me. Okay, don't trust me. I'm saying trust Him. Trust Him with the glimpses that He's shown you. And lay your uncertainties to rest. And you can trust and know that the Lord is going to lead you. And He's going to guide you. And He's not going to let you. He's not just going to leave you alone. So, just rest in what the Lord has showed you. And be encouraged. Be encouraged. Because He's faithful. He's proven His faithfulness to me. In many, many ways. So, I hope that this has encouraged you. But I was just shown, someone was feeling uncertain. Somebody was feeling uncertain in a dream that I had. I even had a text today from someone. And I told her, I said, God already told you. He already gave you confirmation after confirmation. Don't listen to the lies of the enemy. She needed help with her mind, and she needed encouragement. And I reminded her to remember what the Lord told you about your spouse. Remember what the Lord showed you and all of the things that actually happened. All of the manifestations and the things that the Lord showed you beforehand, like they actually came true. Like the Lord literally told you what was going to happen with your spouse, and then it literally happened. The Lord told you that your spouse was going to come to your door, and that literally happened. I reminded her that the Lord gave you enough confirmation. He doesn't go back on His word. So don't allow the enemy to steal your joy. Don't allow the enemy to cause you to be uncertain or to question. You don't have to question the Lord when He's already given you confirmation. All He's saying is, grab my hand, take His hand, and move forward. All right, friend. If you found value with this video, like it, comment below, subscribe if you want to stay connected. You don't need to waver back and forth anymore. Okay? You've had enough glimpses. You've had enough confirmations to continue to move forward. All right. I'll see you next time as the Lord leads.